Hey everyone, Scott, or the Scottman, and my, what a year it's been. We've done so many great travels this past year. But yeah, really quick, yeah, it's for December. Well, this part's being filmed in the first part of December. It's really warm right now. I don't even have a jacket on right now. But anyway, yeah, we're here in Zilwaukee. This is like the site where I did my very first Let's Visit video. That was back in 2009 when just started out. It wasn't that good back then, but gotta start somewhere. But yeah, anyway, just here to reflect back a little bit and have a little segment here, and then I'll be doing like a big clip show, kind of like my 1,000 subscriber special, just reflecting back in the past year. But yeah, nice and calm out on the river right now. I'll go see a couple of boats out in that general direction. So they'll probably pass by as I'm filming this, but I'll keep this part a little short. But this year has been the year of the GoPro, because I've been using on occasion my other camera too, especially for like for zooming in and out, which I'll probably get maybe a new camera to replace that soon. But I've been filming most of my videos with this GoPro for better quality, and the fact that this GoPro fits very well in my pocket. So, and I've been really happy with the quality, and it's really easy to film the driving videos. But yeah, travels. I've done so much this year. I went to MacFest back in January. February went to Kentucky. Did some small things in March and April, including a trip over to like the Sturgis, Three Rivers, Michigan area, also to Elkhart, Indiana. And then May and then the first part of June went to Europe, including Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Slovenia, and Barcelona. And then in July, I had a weekend trip to Boston, Massachusetts. August, went out to Colorado to see my aunt, uncle, and my cousin Lauren. September, Labor Day weekend, went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And then for a long weekend in October, went with my cousin Lauren to Alberta. And then a little small trip, a couple videos out in Cleveland last month. But yeah, I'd like to give some special thanks to many people. First, I'll start off with just my friends and family that I know personally here, whether it's in Michigan or throughout the country. Thank you guys for all your support and for always being interested in my travels and where I'm going next. And also a special thanks too for all the special guests I've had in these videos this past year, whether it's family members, even friends. Especially had a lot at MacFest, even some different Travel to Lights videos, and also especially my trips to Colorado and Alberta as well. And most importantly, a very special thanks to all you guys, all you subscribers and people who have commented on my videos. I have get comments from quite a bit of people who comment on quite a bit of my videos, so I enjoy reading those comments. And it's like I could probably name a lot of you guys who leave a lot of great comments all the time, but I have this bad feeling if I list some names, I'll probably forget somebody and I'll feel really bad afterwards, like, oh man, I forgot his or her name. But yeah, thank you guys for all your support, leaving me comments on my YouTube videos or even on my Scottman895 travel Facebook page. So I get comments and messages there as well. You guys are awesome. And yeah, special thanks for getting me up to, I think I'm between, right now, I think as I'm doing this video, I'm between 12 and 1,300 subscribers. So it's hard to believe I'm up to that level already. And then also I want to give some shout outs too. To some people who've been very helpful and who've contributed a lot for my YouTube channel this year. But yeah, don't get me wrong, but yeah, everybody's been a contributor, commenting, subscribing, so you guys are all team players. But there are a few people I definitely want to give some special shout-outs to, especially because they've given me a lot of advice and a huge amount of support, and even gave me some shout-outs as well. So like first would be my Aunt Patty and Uncle Tim. They're the ones who I see out in Colorado. They live in the Fraser Valley, like near Winter Park, Colorado. Well, for one, for having me come out for the week back in August, and also for giving me some different advice about different things with how I handle my videos, or even like my Instagram posts too. Like that's been very helpful. And also a big shout out to my cousin Lauren, who's also in my Colorado videos. She lives out there too, and also she joined up with me in Alberta back in October. Yeah, she's been a huge support. And then also for a couple of friends that I've met online, like through YouTube, who do travel videos as well. There are two people in particular who've been very supportive of my YouTube channel. They leave a lot of frequent comments, and we interact with each other on YouTube, or even on social media like Instagram, Twitter, who've given me some shout-outs either on YouTube or on Twitter. I'd like to give a special thanks to Traveling Spanky. I given him a shout-out earlier in the year, but he definitely deserves another shout-out here. He's been very supportive. I enjoy watching his videos. Definitely check his work out. He hasn't done a lot this year, so I think he's been busy with other different things and life. But when he does post, he's a great guy. And then another person too who's been very helpful too is Jamie Banks as well. I've given her a shout out earlier this year as well. She posts a lot of travel videos. She's been to Europe. And I know she's been like to different areas, like in well, she lives in California, and she even went out to New York City and Philadelphia earlier this year too. I think around the time I went to Boston, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, she does a fantastic job with her videos. She's been very supportive of my YouTube channel, and I support her channel as well. So yeah, definitely give her a follow as well on YouTube and like Instagram and Twitter. Both Traveling Spanky and Jamie Banks, you guys are watching this video right now. Thank you for all your support. Hopefully I get a chance to meet both of you someday. Alright, well, I've probably rambled on long enough, probably longer than I needed to. But yeah, just a beautiful day out today. But yep. Alright, so I've prepared a little clip show reflecting back in this past year, 2017, with all the different travels, and also I'll feature all the different special guests who have appeared in my videos as well for this past year. So yep, I hope you enjoy, and thank you for tuning in so far, and I'll see you in 2018.
2017 has been quite an amazing year for travel. I have been to so many awesome places, and I can definitely say that it has been my best year of travel yet. Let's reflect back on the past year, shall we? My first trip of the year was to MagFest, the music and gaming festival held annually in National Harbor, Maryland. Although I only went for a weekend, it was great getting to play some video games and hang out with some great friends, including ones I had not seen in a couple years or more. From cool panels to video game races of Donkey Kong 64, it was definitely a weekend to remember. Oh yeah, we in there.
Just like 2 years ago. More fun with balloons, although there's no face of Lanky Kong on this one. At least for right now.
After getting back from MagFest, I got a chance to do some videos around the state of Michigan, including a day trip out to Kalamazoo and Fort Custer State Rec Area. I am surprised I had not been to Kalamazoo until this year. Nevertheless, the city is really cool even during the middle of winter. Back toward home, I finally got a chance to do a video in the snow at Bald Mountain Recreation Area near Lake Orion. It was fun to see the park at a totally different perspective. In the middle of February, I was itching to do another weekend trip. This time, I headed down to the great state of Kentucky, as I had not been there in almost 20 years. I got to visit Lexington, Frankfort, and Louisville, in the heart of bluegrass country. The area has a lot of pride in horse racing, sports, and Daniel Boone. Although the weather was not perfect, it was cool getting to explore the area.
This is wicked awesome. I'm not gonna eat here, but still, it's really cool, and I like how this is close out the pedestrians in here, and we're sheltered in here. I could actually take shelter from the rain. Oh well, I'm gonna head back outside.
On my way back, I made a stop in Cincinnati, Ohio, where I got to walk around downtown and check out a popular local market. Travel-wise, March and April were kind of light. However, that did not stop me from checking out some great sites locally here, like in Marine City, Mount Clemens, and Milford. It's amazing to see how great places can be without having to travel far. In April, I made my way out to southwest Michigan to check out Sturgis and Three Rivers. They are quite awesome. As I was very close to the border with Indiana, I even made a quick stop down in Elkhart. I'm glad I did. At the end of April, I made my visit to Zilwaukee and Frankenmuth, Michigan like I do around that time every year. I may go to many places around the United States, Canada, and even the world, but I always make a frequent stop to good old Frankenmuth. All when this was going on, I was planning a huge trip. I even left a hint in my Frankenmuth vlog. In May 2017, after months of planning, I made my second trip ever overseas. I spent almost a full 2 weeks over in Europe in both Barcelona and areas once part of the former Yugoslavia. After a quick layover in Frankfurt, I first went to Dubrovnik, Croatia. With all the buildings nestled within the old city walls, Dubrovnik felt like something out of a fairy tale or a popular show on HBO. I got to see amazing buildings, a beautiful island in the Adriatic Sea, and a view from the top of the world. I also stayed at my very first Airbnb in Dubrovnik. It felt like I had my very own apartment, which was quite awesome. While staying in Dubrovnik, I did a quick day trip over to Montenegro, where I got to climb up a mountain for some of the most breathtaking views I had ever seen. The Bay of Kotor is absolutely amazing.
This is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life so far. Although I know I am Scottman895 Travel, maybe I should be Mountain Man 895 Travel.
After Dubrovnik, I rented a car over into Bosnia and Herzegovina to check out Mostar and Sarajevo. Mostar was really cool as it had a Turkish feel as it once was in the Ottoman Empire. From a beautiful bridge to sampling Bosnian coffee, Mostar is something everyone should experience.
And I'm here to talk to you about traditional Bosnian coffee. Now when you see it like this for the first time, you're going to say it's traditional Turkish coffee. But if you actually ever travel to Turkey, you will know that Turks drink tea more than coffee, quite dominantly. We call it Turkish coffee because that's the style of brewing. We also call it Turkish coffee because that's how it got to us. It traveled with the Turkish Empire.
With it being a mix of Christian and Islamic culture, you can hear both church bells and the Islamic call to prayer in one day. I even enjoyed the drive from Mostar to Sarajevo with all the amazing mountains along the way. Sarajevo, the crossroad of cultures, was also really cool. I only spent a full day there, and I should have spent an extra day there, but there is so much to see with a lot of great history. I flew out of Sarajevo, and I went to Zagreb, which is back in Croatia. This time, I went to the northern part of the country. Zagreb might be outshined by the Dalmatian coast, but it is just as awesome as it has a lot of cool sights and great views. I also got a chance to take a day trip down to Plevitse Lakes National Park, which is home to some of the most amazing waterfalls and scenery you will ever see, especially with its crystal clear water.
Yeah, this has been absolutely amazing. It's probably easily one of my favorite parks I've ever been to so far. So many different waterfalls, and
unfortunately, I ended up spraining my right foot at the end of my visit. However, I carried on the rest of the European adventure okay, although I had to walk much slower for a few days. After resting up in Zagreb, I took the bus to Slovenia, where I got to check out the city of Ljubljana. The city is totally awesome with many restaurants, history, parks, and great food. I even took a day trip to Lake Bled, and I absolutely loved the great scenery. The ride on the Platinum boat to and from the island was so peaceful as well. I spent only 2 days in Slovenia, but I could easily stay there for much longer. It felt like home a little bit. I then flew from Ljubljana to Barcelona with a quick layover in Amsterdam. I spent the last 3 days of my European adventure along the beautiful Catalan coast. From amazing museums and La Sagrada Familia to great restaurants, Barcelona is totally worth the visit.
if you come over here, you can get some of the best views of Barcelona. It's really cool.
I even got to meet a couple of travelers at a restaurant where they were on an European adventure of their own. It's always great to share stories with other travelers. With all the great sights, food, culture, and experiences, this trip will be one I will always remember. I'm sure I mentioned food quite a bit already, but I continue making my Scottman895 Travel Delights videos. There are so many places around the world with great food, including some places right here in Michigan. I returned home from Europe, and I was itching to go explore a little more around my home state. I made a day trip up to northern Michigan to visit the Rifle River Recreation Area, Harrisville, and the Tawas area. That breeze from Lake Huron felt great. I also made a quick trip for a day over to Crosswell in Lexington, Michigan, located in the Thumb. I hope you have been good to your mother-in-law. As much as I enjoyed checking out areas in Michigan, I was ready for another out-of-state adventure. In July, I did a quick weekend trip over to Boston. I was last there in 2016 as a part of my New England road trip that year, but I did not get a chance to finish the Freedom Trail. I went ahead and completed the rest of the Freedom Trail as I had yet to see the USS Constitution. I also got to enjoy making a couple trips to Quincy Market for some clam chowder from Boston Chowder. I also got to walk around Boston Common, Fenway Park, and the Prudential Center. There are some great views from the top. As I had been to PAX East, a video game convention with my friends in the past in Boston, it was cool to revisit the places I had went with them. Before leaving, I got to check out something new, Cambridge. I had not gotten a chance to check out the area including MIT and Harvard.
Do want to mention something. The real reason why I came to Boston is to be reunited with good old Poland spring water.
1 month later, it was time for another adventure to Colorado. I always enjoy going to see my aunt and uncle as well as Lauren. For the first full day, as my cousin Adam recently moved to Colorado, I got to see him as well. We got to watch my cousin Lauren participate in a downhill mountain bike race. Oh yeah! We also had a party that evening with some great homemade chicken wings. I got a chance to kick some butt in some bowling, especially with those delicious donuts as fuel.
Amazing. $3.95. So we're looking at the champ right here, and the wager made at the beginning. They even made another one where Lauren won another $10. So
I'm rich. Oh, I dropped some money.
Way to go.
Uncle Tim, Lauren, and I got to take a spectacular hike up to above the tree line to get some amazing views along the ridge. Their dogs also got to join in the fun too.
Awesome.
Well, here at the top of Everest, we're at 26,000 feet. We just had a jetliner just go right over us.
One day, Lauren and I got a chance to visit Golden, Colorado to check out the Colorado School of Mines, where she is about to get her graduate's degree there. After lunch at Yard House and a quick stop at Red Rocks, we challenged Uncle Tim to some more bowling. One day, we also got to head out to the area around Steamboat Springs to partake in a beautiful alpine hike. Nature is so beautiful that you need to get outside quite often. In Steamboat Springs, we also got to check out a cool waterfall and relax in some nice hot springs. For the last day, we did a nice easy hike to conclude the trip. Although it was easy, the views were just as spectacular. It was great seeing Aunt Patty, Uncle Tim, and Lauren again. If you have seen many of my videos this past year, I enjoy eating those Cliff Bars during my adventures. They are quite good, and they give me some great energy as I go. I ate some at MagFest, Croatia, Slovenia, and Colorado. As soon as I got home from Colorado, I was already planning another trip, a long weekend up in the Upper Peninsula. I told my viewers I would go back up soon, so I went ahead and did just that. I got to check out some places I had not been to before, such as Manistique, Iron Mountain, and Negaunee. It was really cool getting to check out some lighthouses, iron ore mines, spectacular views, and even a former mining pit.
Hey, pretty cool. Yeah, that was what they called the small stope. We're gonna kind of go back a little bit and then check out some different parts of this mine.
That area is so amazing. At the end of my trip, I also got to check out the Pictured Rocks boat cruise to see some great rock formations along Lake Superior. It was quite windy, but I pulled through. Once I got back home, I filmed some videos down in southern Michigan, including a visit to the new arena, Little Caesars Arena, in downtown Detroit, which is home to the Detroit Pistons and Detroit Red Wings. I also got to check out Ionia, out near Grand Rapids, as well as eat at a great restaurant in Grand Rapids. In early October, Lauren was planning to take a class for a couple days in Calgary, and she asked me a few weeks earlier if I would like to join her at Banff National Park in Alberta for a long weekend. As I always wanted to go there, how could I turn that down? I flew out to Alberta, and I got to spend the long weekend with her. We got to check out some great hiking trails with great waterfalls, lakes, and glaciers, including one which was quite wintry. Referring to the hiking trail, of course. The views of the mountains and Peyto Lake were completely breathtaking. We also got to walk around Canmore and Banff. We definitely got to eat some great food, including some Canadian classics.
I really gotta try the poutine first. These are ruffles, but they're all dressed. So look, this is a Smartie bark. So looks like white chocolate or something like that. I'll make sure when I bite into it. But on top, you can see the Smarties candies.
It was such an awesome weekend, and I can't wait to plan some more adventures with her. After returning home to the States, I spent the rest of 2017 filming some videos locally around the area, including Ortonville Recreation Area and Ypsilanti. I also did some driving tour videos around different suburbs of Detroit. It was cool to get an opportunity to drive around different communities to see how unique they are. I enjoy filming the driving tour videos, and I started doing them for the most part in 2017. In November, I even did a quick day trip over to Cleveland to check out the Christmas Story House and Museum. As the movie is one of my favorite holiday movies, it was cool to take a tour of the house. Traveling alone is always great, but it was cool to have some great people this past year join me in some of my videos, especially at MagFest, in Colorado, in Alberta, or even at some restaurants here in Michigan. Although I said this already at the beginning of the video, I would like to thank everyone for all your support this past year, including my viewers, subscribers, friends, and family. My entire family has been very supportive of my videos. I would also like to give a very special thanks to my cousin, Lauren. Throughout 2017, she has been encouraging me to try new things and to have fun at the same time. Got to enjoy beer for the first time, twice even.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I also got to try some extremely hot sauce, which inspired me to do a Travel the Lights video where I got to eat some pad thai at the hottest spice level offered at the restaurant.
I feel like a dragon from Game of Thrones right now.
That made me hiccup and sweat, but it was good entertainment. Anyway, she has been a great influence and a great inspiration, as she is also a traveler and adventurer too. As I know she has filmed some things from her travels and her downhill mountain biking, I have been encouraging her to start her own YouTube channel. Yes, Lauren, I am talking to you. I think you'll do a great job. Anyway, until her YouTube channel starts up, definitely check out her pictures on her Instagram at LKJustPlay. 2017 has been such an incredible year for me, and I hope to see you all in 2018 for some more adventures. I have a lot of cool things planned for the new year. After all, the adventure is only beginning.